Redefining radio. This is where the fun begins. Introducing Greek.
Let me tell you something. Don't ever love more you than anybody else you love more.
Francis.
Because then you're squeezing your banana so hard every time you come in here, and then you're pounding it on the desk.
Let's get the party started. It's the Penthouse on Real Radio.
Yes, it is the Penthouse on Real Radio on what today? Is today Thursday, Wednesday? It's Wednesday, I think, yeah, right? Wednesday all day today, baby.
We'll let you guess.
It is Wednesday on the Penthouse. Hope you guys are having a good day. I got to tell you, I got up this morning like 2:30, and I was like, am I up for good? What the hell's going on? We got Panther tickets again for you guys today against Utah Friday night. That's going to be awesome. We got a chance for you to hear some WWGDs. That's when I give recipes and advice. We're going to talk about the big golf event in our backyard, which everybody's talking about. Jimmy Butler in South Beach, what happened to him? We'll find out how many people are going to go to Ultra this weekend. There's going to be a ton of people. Florida Derby, they released their field. 10 horses, 5 long shots. I'm excited about that. It is the Penthouse on a Wednesday all day, baby. And Mr. Sun is out. Always better when Mr. Sun is out, putting a little tan on our faces. Dominic's in the house.
Hello, G-Man. Hi, Franny.
Hi.
And so is Miss Francis.
Hi, what's up?
So you guys were there last night for the big conclusion. Oh, big word. How was it? What happened?
Big conclusion of TGL.
Yes.
It was exciting. I got goosebumps at the end.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Atlanta won. Selfishly, I wanted them to win because it was best out of 3, and they won Monday's match. And so whoever won the first match yesterday, if it was Atlanta, then they're the champions.
Mm-hmm.
If it was New York, then we go on to a later match. So they won right away, thank goodness, of course, because I wanted to represent Atlanta, and I was happy, but also I didn't want it to be late night because I wasn't feeling very good. I texted Dom, I was like, it wasn't a very classy thing to say, but I said I feel like a bag of something yesterday. I don't know.
Well, you look good today.
I don't know if you heard that term or not, but yes, I was going through the motions, so I was struggling a little bit.
I was worried about you last night.
I was thinking, I was like, man, if we got to go through another one, I don't know if I'm going to make it.
You'd
It
be
would have
like,
been a late night. It would have been a late night.
It was, but there was points where I was getting dizzy. I had to sit down.
Oh,
I was
my
like,
God.
oh yeah, I was like, yeah, it wasn't great, but I pushed through, and I was happy to be there to watch it happen. It was really exciting. And Dom was awesome enough to snag me a championship shirt.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Did you rob it or buy it?
Did he rob it?
Well, you said
Of course,
snag
he
it.
bought it. He bought it, obviously.
No,
I
the
did.
media actually
Yes.
got them, yeah.
Oh, they did? Oh, that's
And
nice.
I mean, technically I'm media, so.
Yeah.
That's right, you are. And the reason they won is because you were there. Because you're from Atlanta.
So yeah, so very exciting. So thank you, Dom. Did you have fun, Dom?
Oh, yeah, it was a great time. A golf event with no rain delay, but it was pouring out. It was pretty nice, you know?
Yeah, a little bit of a rain delay because I'm taking care of this SoFi box. That's what I was doing in the
okay.
beginning. Then they brought me downstairs to be a concierge to walk people. So the final match, which is nice, they brought me where I originally started, and that was Suite 3, which is where all the big CEO SoFi is and stuff like that, and all those people packed. I had the busiest
Box.
suite. I was gonna say it. Suite. I had the busiest suites. I mean, they were
Not surprised.
So we're not allowed to leave until everybody clears the suites.
The whole time you got to sit there?
And I'm saying at the very end of the night. Typically, you're not allowed to leave. But I looked at, I texted my boss because everybody else's suite was cleared out. Mine, more people were actually coming in to party because they were going to do an after party. It was all the SoFi people who
okay.
flew in from California. People were like, hold on, we're going to go downstairs and get shots. And so they were partying, and I was like, I can't stay here for this. Like, I don't get to do all this with them either. So I did. She was like, yeah, of course, because if I would have stayed until they were done, I guarantee they were probably partying until maybe midnight or so because they were doing an after party.
Who's the big gun on Atlanta?
I would say JT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Justin Thomas.
I mean, he's a captain.
Was Rory there?
No, I didn't see Rory there.
No, Rory or Tiger at
Yeah.
the very end.
Really?
I know the owners, they were not there.
I figured they would be there.
So, yeah, I thought so too, but I guess I thought wrong because Rory was there for the semifinals last week. He showed up. Tiger hasn't showed up for a while. I mean, we know that he has some injuries, but he also has a new lady in his life. So, yeah, I'm not really I'm not really sure why not, but yeah, Atlanta Drive, awesome. It was really exciting to see them. I think that was it Horschel,
Billy
right?
Horschel hit a huge putt at the end.
Clutch, yeah, very very clutch, but just a great team all in all.
Yeah, I think the best thing for this, obviously, is that it got a TV contract on the Four Letter Network, and so many people who would not have any clue or care are really forced to watch it, because when you go to restaurants or bars, it's on everywhere.
Yep.
Because they have the Four Letter Network on. There's no basketball on. The Heat were on last night against, obviously, TNT against the Warriors and all that. We'll get into that. But everywhere you go, I have had so many people say to me, like, I wouldn't even turn it on or know if it was like on a cable station like TNT. Not that ESPN's not, but that's like a main station. So that was the biggest thing I think they got for them, and got so many eyes onto it, which is a great thing. And everybody's like, wow, this is so cool. I've had people in New York and Vegas like call me and say, hey, where is it? And this and that. But it's got great exposure.
All the time. I mean, still getting hit up for tickets. Yesterday, people were just like, hey, finals. And I was like, it's finals. I can't now. So I was mentioning the rain delay. So I'd heard the bigwig, the CEO of SoFi, a little kind of freaking out because they lost audio. For a while.
For a little bit, there was a little quiet.
It was like 20 or 30 minutes of audio. So I heard him say that lightning struck the building that it was in and caused it. Luckily, not all the electricity went out. There was still power. I know that they have a million generators out there too. So the match started about 10 minutes later than it was supposed to. Not that terrible, but they finally got the audio working. Everything was fine. But man, you could hear it. It was downpouring every now and then. Like it rained all night. They were saying hail and storms. Because there's a lot of tents outside for the vendors and stuff like that, where they get to eat and hang out and stuff, or where they prep the food. They were saying that one of those big white tents ended up flipping over, like getting caught up. And yeah, they said it was, but luckily inside, you never know. All you just heard was the rain hitting the roof.
Last night there was lightning and thunder.
The lightning was insane. While I saw Dom, while I was leaving, we rode the same bus to our cars together, the shuttle, and lightning was nuts out there, and it started raining again.
And that was the earliest in 27 years that our area's seen lightning. They talked about that in the news, because it's still, you'd figure in the spring and the summer. Just made that up.
I was going to say, I didn't believe that. Didn't believe it.
I heard thunder last night. I was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, no, the lightning was close. I mean, obviously it hit the building, but it was still pretty intense by the time we left.
So at the end of the, they had like a big little celebratory thing at the end on the field. They built a stage, which I was impressed. They built a stage real quick on there.
Yeah.
Well, they probably had it.
That's the thing. Yeah. Now you can see they could have concerts out there. They built a nice little stage out there for someone, for the team to go out there.
How many people does it hold?
I mean, they had the whole team, a couple of announcers.
No, I'm saying
just the venue itself.
Oh, I think it's 12 to 1,500, something around there.
That's a small concert.
Yeah, it's not huge.
Yeah.
But
if the tickets are expensive and.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they.
But you could probably even do a little bit more seating, maybe on the field. I don't know how they work that out.
Maybe they will. I mean, who knows? I mean,
they did say that they're going to utilize it for events. I just don't know what kind. If they mean concerts or not. They were saying that there's going to, if you got money. Obviously, rent it out for private events.
Your birthday.
It's
we were thinking about it.
But because they got to make money somehow, some way. I mean, that thing does not look cheap.
No, and then
run.
You don't want to leave it open, 9 months a year.
And we were saying also and mention they should bring like LPGA or do a ladies version of it too.
Yeah.
Right. Keep it going.
Yeah. I'm sure they got some things planned.
Yeah, they got to.
So at the end, they had the whole celebratory. And the confetti went off.
Yeah.
And the confetti went off at the worst possible time.
Why?
So New York was doing their press conference, and they were all, down. They just lost.
Yeah.
And they were talking. Then all of a sudden you just hear, poof. And it's just, Franny, you heard the sound. It was a loud noise.
So the cannon was coming from my suite. They pulled the cannon in from my, So
wow.
it was a cannon of confetti and then a cannon of smoke. So I had two cannons. And I was like, that looks very dangerous. But yeah,
it was so loud the whole time. And they just stood there, and Xander Shoffley made a comment like, yeah, this is the loser shower right here.
And then they walked off.
Yeah. And they legit just walked off the podium.
Yeah.
Oh, the little Danny Hurley in them.
I don't think they meant to do it like that.
They said it. They were like, bad timing.
Yeah.
It happens.
Mm-hmm.
So Jimmy Butler came back to South Beach. They did a little video for him. See, the Miami fans always traditionally show up late. They don't even know what the hell's going on. He did throw a lot of shade at Pat Riley. Yes?
Did you just say he just threw a lot of
Shade.
Oh, okay. I was like, did you just say
Shade.
I said shade. What do you think I said?
He thought he said something that you might have to dump.
No. I said, I'm a professional.
I know.
Anything you get paid for, you're professional.
Mhm.
I told the girl that the other night. Anyway, he's like, Pat Riley better not have anything to say about me. And I just like let it end. But the Heat had a great game. They won. Surprised they won, but Steph Curry didn't play. But Jimmy Butler did not have a good night. So, yeah, he came back. They did all the thing. They gave him a little video, 45 seconds. He said, he appreciates the fans, everything like that. But he has some strong hate for Pat Riley and the Miami Heat organization. More Pat Riley. But at the end of the day, if he got his contract, he would have never left. I think it was all about money. He got $111 million from the Warriors. But the Heat played good last night. They shot great. They hit 13 three-pointers out of 25. And Jimmy Butler did not have a good night. He really did not. Yeah, he shot bad. I know, Dom, you had a bet.
Yeah, because I waited until the game started just to see, if he was going to come out storming, shooting a lot.
Yeah.
And he was slow. He only had 2 points right in the beginning of the first quarter. So right away when I saw the under at 22, I took it.
Yeah, and it went up. It started yesterday at like 19 and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So I did see that when you text me, and I was like, yeah, way to be, buddy. Nice. I wish I had it. But congratulations to the Heat last night, finally getting a W. So all the Jimmy Butler nonsense should be behind them now. But yeah, him and Pat Riley, I don't think he'll be breaking bread anytime soon.
What about the drama between Spoelstra's ex and the players?
That's bad. I don't even know what's going on with that. I didn't even know.
I mean, what do you can't get away from it. It's everywhere. She broke the silence saying, I don't know what you guys are talking about. You're making up stuff. They're saying that there's rumors about what his name. Do you know? Is it Jaime or Jamie? Because he's Spanish, so that's why I'm saying Jaime.
He's the rookie second-year guy from UCLA.
Yes.
I mean, if he's doing that, that is not a great career move.
Nikki Spoelstra, Eric Spoelstra's ex-wife, found herself on the wrong end of a viral social media rumor.
Yeah.
They're saying that there's allegations of her with the Jaquez, Jaime.
Yeah. Kid from UCLA is the second year.
Together.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, who the hell knows? I mean, you can only count for one person every day. If he's doing that, that's not a good thing for his career. I mean, you're not going to want to bang your coach's ex-wife.
Mm-hmm.
There's some guys that I know, like their ex-wife, you ever go near them. And again, it's a different time now than it was years ago. They don't want to have it. Like, I got a good buddy of mine. Him and his wife are divorced 15 years, and one of my friends took her out. That's it. He's done. He will not talk to the guy. They just crazy. Everybody's different with that. But yeah, I can't see that. First of all, the thing that started not bad with her, was that her and Spoelstra got divorced. First of all, she was a Miami cheerleader. That's not supposed to happen, but it happened. Then, when she got divorced, like 2 weeks later, the Heat gave him a contract for $120 million. So she was pissed about that because that affected her settlement. And now this thing has been out for a while. I don't know, maybe a couple weeks. And when I first heard it, I didn't think so. But who the hell knows? I don't know. I mean, things happen. She's got 4 kids, I think, or 3. He's in his early 20s.
She's 24.
He's 24, right?
Mm-hmm. I think she's 38.
Yeah, and she's got 4. I don't know, maybe. I mean, who the hell knows? And crazy things happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a good move for his career, that I can tell you. Because I don't think anybody's going to like that.
Yeah, man, you would think, right? You just don't know with the coach's ex-wife. But she's saying you guys are crazy. I don't know what you're talking about. This is not happening. So that's what she's saying.
Started because they were at a restaurant together or next to each other, whatever. And my buddies brought us stuff. And I said, any girls I'm out with, seriously, as friends, it doesn't mean that I'm with them. But people like to, But again, I think if it's a couple times you're with somebody, that's when people start going, hey, wait a minute.
And it's not a good look if it's just the two of them.
Yeah, of course. But you can still be friends. You can still be out with somebody.
Yeah, but why are you going to be friends with your coach's ex-wife? It just doesn't look good. That's all.
No, I agree. I would think it's crazy for his career, even with other teams, because I think other teams would be like, we don't want to deal with this drama. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's good for anybody to. Oh, I almost said it. Daddy almost did say the wrong word.
I thought you were professional.
I don't think it's good if anybody's banging their boss's ex-wife in situations like that. But yeah, it has come out. She's very easy on the eyes. She was a Miami Heat cheerleader, but I don't know if it's true or not. But man, I don't know. But his playing time has been reduced, which is a little weird. kidding. 877-927-6969. Do you think it's okay to bang your ex-wife's boss? Boss's ex-wife. We say no on the Penthouse. We don't think it's a good thing. Randy, no.
I like your job.
Nope.
Ultra Music Fest is this weekend, 25 years. They're expecting 160,000. So I was doing the odds last night, one of my buddies. So that's going to mean there's going to be at least 80,000 girls for you.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to just get one.
I mean, a lot of the girls that I worked with at the TGL that worked for that Kirkland company, young girls, college girls, like 22, 23 years old, and all of them were talking about going over there and partying.
Yeah, Dom.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo. Yeah.
It's all their scene.
DJ Pencil. I would throw the DJ Pencil rap and just say I hurt my arm, so I can't really be like spinning. But I was on the agenda. Go, if you look at the back cover, the last page behind the ads for Ocean Drive magazine, DJ Pencil, you'll see. That's me. I'm just saying. I do bar mitzvahs and special engagements if you want to hire me.
Not Ultra.
Not Ultra. Say I couldn't get it to Ultra. Well, DJ Marshmallow. I used that last night at dinner. Somebody goes, "How the hell do you know DJ Marshmallow?" I go, "He's my favorite. Are you kidding me? Oh my God." It is the Penthouse on a Wednesday. Don't forget, we got Panther tickets for you guys today at 11:45, and it's who's most likely. No roulette today. It's who's most likely to. Monday and Tuesday roulette. Rest of the week we try to keep it generic. We don't want to get it too casino-ish. You know what I mean?
Oh no, never.
Yeah. Try to keep it very, like straight and narrow as we do. Two big guests today on the Greek Zone today. We're going to have the editor-in-chief of Cigar Aficionado talking about the Big Smoke event Saturday, 29th in Tampa. I was invited to that, but that's just such a haul to drive. Unless you want to drive me. I didn't think so.
What's the date on that?
This Saturday?
Oh, this Saturday?
The 29th at the Hard Rock.
It's not terrible. It's not that bad.
It's 3 hours.
Yeah, but you drive 5 hours a day.
I know, but at least I'm in my little
Like, at least I
bubble.
get to break it up a little.
I go to my little bubble.
Yeah, I was
Hard
going to say, you
Rock,
drive
Road-
a lot.
Yeah, no, I
There
definitely.
you'll be going to a Hard Rock.
Yeah, no, it's
So,
true.
Why not?
Yeah. I might go down to dinner tonight at the Hard Rock. So I have to pick something up, which you know about. Don't rub your eyes. Come on, it is what it is. But you can call us at 877-927-6969 and let us know, what did you think of the big golf event and the whole series? Are you a fan of it? Are you now intrigued? I'm sure next year it'll be bigger.
Mm-hmm.
But you can call us or text us at Real Radio 47142.
The players were actually talking about they want the season to end earlier in the press conference.
Oh, really?
Some of them were expressing that they wanted to end before the Players Championship next year.
Okay.
Well, so maybe they'll start earlier.
Are
Because
there other matches that would...
I don't know, December.
I don't know.
When did they start it this year?
I think it
January?
was
It was January.
Yeah, beginning of January.
So maybe they'll start in December.
But that was the one thing they just wanted maybe for it to start earlier so
Yeah.
they could prepare for the players a little bit more and focus on that.
True.
Now, we're talking about concerts. I know, Franny, you had something about this, about people going into debt with concerts and going. I've heard this before.
Yeah. I mean, they're talking about certain generations that do, but yeah, according to some of these numbers and stats, and when I mean debt, I mean massive debt. New study shows that Gen Z millennials are dropping thousands to see their favorite artists, even if it means, even if it means going to debt. Nearly a third admit that they dip into their rent or mortgage money just to snag tickets to go see. And then not even like festivals, but festivals are a lot. But they said superstars like Taylor Swift and Beyonce, with ticket prices soaring, they're making really bold financial moves. Some are even taking out loans.
Oh!
Others are getting credit cards. And if you even saved, good for you, by the way, for Gen Z millennials, said even if you saved over $100,000 for concerts last year.
Oh, my
Whoa.
God.
Yeah, what are you guys doing for a living?
I was going to
OnlyFans.
say. So what's the big deal?
OnlyFans, that's exactly
They got
right.
100,000 to spend on concerts. What are they making, $1 million?
They said one LA woman spent $6,000 chasing the Eras tour across 4 cities and ended up getting sued by her credit card company. Her reasoning? Well, she didn't care. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, is what she said. So she was like,
That's not that
I
much.
don't care.
For 4 concerts?
That's what the claim is. I wonder if it was for each city, is what the claim is.
She probably picked like the cheapest ones, maybe
Yeah.
for Taylor Swift.
So still $1,500 a pop.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you see her once, you got to see her 4 times.
Yeah, they said so. Okay, so they were talking about people financing their tickets. Some people save up with kids and teens using the family finance app called Greenlight,
Okay.
which I got to look into to put away $116,000 for concert tickets in 2023, with $75,000 of that going to the Eras Tour. Others simply put the expensive tickets on credit cards, but didn't realize they could be sued for non-payment.
Ooh.
This is what one was saying. A 32-year-old woman from LA went into debt and was even being sued by her credit card company.
Oh, because she sniffed it.
After attending the Eras Tour and spending $6,000. She said, I really wanted to see as many shows as I could, adding that she kept reminding herself it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Unfortunately, she had no money saved up because she went to shows in Glendale, Los Angeles, New Jersey, and Sweden. Buying tickets overseas was significantly less expensive, as we mentioned. She said with that entire trip costing, the one in Sweden costing less than her ticket alone in LA. That entire trip to go to Sweden and see her.
I believe it.
Yep.
But why? It doesn't make sense that the credit card company, like, you can sue you for the tickets.
They said the server was then served with court documents after she wasn't able to pay the credit card bill. She said, I had to contact a lawyer to get the credit card company to agree to a payment plan. She ended up agreeing to a payment plan, is still paying off her debt, and almost had to sell her car to keep up with the payments. But she doesn't regret it. I don't regret it.
Yeah, way to be.
Oh my! And no concert is worth that.
No way.
So much stress.
You're going to debt?
Yeah.
I mean, take the money, put it on a game. At least you got a 50-50 shot. And then if you lose, you can be like, oh, God. I would still love to put it on red or black one time.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. You hear the stories of people who win, but there's so many stories who lost. Like the guy with, what was it, Federal Express. He was completely bankrupt, and he went to Vegas and put $27,000, and he hit, and he kept the company going years and years ago. But there's so many stories that people put big money up and they get their ass kicked. But yeah, I don't know. That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But it's unusual they could sue you for concert tickets, but they can't sue you if, like, you run up $5,000 and say
I don't understand, right? That using the word sue
is weird.
I don't know if that's the right term to use, but I mean, it's because they can come to you and just and hit you up and be like, you need to pay us. Absolutely. But she said that, yes, she was served with court documents.
Crazy. It is the Penthouse on a Wednesday. We're going to come back with a trifecta, this day in history, and a lot more. We'll be back. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
I don't know that anybody watches a Jeffrey Dahmer series on Netflix and like, I'm gonna eat a dude today. Damn it, don't use that against me, please. I don't know.
I mean, it's too late.
The news junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Traffic Center. Have you or a loved one suffered from nursing home abuse? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
We're taking a look at some road work here in Boca. That's going to be construction 95 southbound of Congress Avenue, blocking your right lane. Stay to the left of that. The turnpike currently accident-free. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Rousseau.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
Alini water filters. Clean, healthy water your home can rely on.
Hey, it's the Greek for Alini Water Filtration System. Call them today, 954-646-7402. I didn't think it'd make a difference in my life, but it does. Jump in a shower, and I come out feeling like a perfect 10. Walk over to my faucet, get some water, and I'm happy. Because you know what? I'm saving money, and it's good for my health. It's simple, it's safe, and it's clean, and it's no hassle. Call them today, 954-646-7402. Alini Water Filtration System. It'll make a difference in your life, and it makes a difference in my life. Soon as I get out of bed, I feel like a winner. Peace.
Steiger Green and Finer won my case, and I got $300,000.
Car accident? Call Steiger Green and Finer.
I was in the car with my 4 friends. We were going to an arcade, and then boom, we got rear-ended. Going with Steiger Green and Finer was definitely the best decision. For someone like me, I never thought at my age I would be able to see that amount of money.
Steiger Green and Finer, 800-561-1111.
Prospective clients may not obtain the same or similar results.
Actual client testimonial.
Did you know even the smallest increase in mortgage rates can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your loan? Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. It's true, even a 0.25% change in rate can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your mortgage. But with Third Federal's new Early Rate Lock, you don't have to take chances. Early Rate Lock is the only pre-approval that locks in your rate at pre-approval, even before you find a house. Plus, we're so confident that our rates are the lowest, if you find a lower rate, we'll beat it or give you $1,000. And now through April 15th, get pre-approved with Third Federal and we'll pay all of your closing costs. So don't wait. Call Third Federal today.
Right now at Third Federal, even before you find a home, lock in 6.50%, APR 6.56% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3RD-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. Zero closing costs on low-cost loans only. See conditions for lowest rate guarantee at thirdfederal.com. Equal housing lender.
Men, here's the truth. In the bedroom, good enough isn't really good enough, is it? This is Jeff for the Atlantic Men's Clinic. And if your erectile dysfunction is making intimacy less enjoyable for you and your partner, give us a call today. Because whether your ED only happens sometimes or all the time, it's time to stop good enough and time to start really good. At the Atlantic Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED. Whether it's only mild or moderate, or even if it's severe, our treatments have success rates of well over 90%. And because we have a variety of treatments and can even combine protocols, we can likely get you performing like you haven't in a long time. You could even last up to an hour or more and make sex great again for you and your partner. So make an appointment and be done with good enough. Your initial visit includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. Call 877-455-7300 or go to AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. We have 6 offices across South Florida to serve you. Atlantic Men's Clinic, a Promenic restorative health practice.
All right, all listen up. It's tax season, and Boost Mobile wants to turn your tax refund into 6 months of savings. When you buy 6 months on your best unlimited plans, Boost will give you another 6 months for free. Yes, you heard me correctly, another 6 months for free. Now, I'm no accountant, but that's a really good deal. So head to your nearest Boost Mobile store and make the most out of your refund. And I'll go back to my day job. Requires upfront payments, taxes and fees extra. Terms and exclusions apply.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
It's your last chance to get Disney Plus and Hulu together for just $2.99 a month.
Definitely a very smart move.
Get both and watch Star Wars Andor Season 2 and Mufasa the Lion King on Disney Plus.
There's a lot of stories with all of us.
On Hulu, it's the new season of The Handmaid's Tale and A Complete Unknown.
Give a warm welcome to Bob Dylan.
Don't miss your last chance to get Disney Plus and Hulu together for just $2.99 a month for 4 months. New and returning subscribers, 18 plus only. After 4 months, plan auto renews at $10.99 a month until canceled. Offer ends 3/30/25. Terms apply.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit NoTimeToWait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
We're back in the miller's yard, who now use True Green. Their lawn started looking like a fairway, and pro golfers started showing up. They love playing this lawn.
Get a PGA Tour quality lawn for as little as $1 a day at TrueGreen.com. Exclusions apply. See TrueGreen.com for details.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Carl. More sunshine in the forecast through the rest of the day today.
An isolated 10% shower chance is going to exist once we get to that dinner time hour this evening. High temperatures, though, will top out in the upper 70s and low 80s. If you're west of 95, closer to the mid 80s.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
What if I can guarantee the price of Bitcoin will be $1 million in 2030? Well, I can't, but I can guarantee you'll save a lot of money on blinds at my company, Blindster.com. Free samples, free shipping, and guaranteed to fit. Shop at Blindster.com today.
What's up, everyone? It's Greg Rosenthal, and I'm teaming up with the king of spring, Daniel Jeremiah. He requires me to say that. We're going to be bringing you 40s and Free Agents, the only podcast you'll need this NFL draft season. From DJ's mock drafts to my top 101 free agents, we'll have it covered for you with all new episodes every Thursday, keeping you up to date as we head to the NFL draft. Listen to 40s and Free Agents on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow 40s and Free Agents and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored to you by Pillar Coffee Bar and Ice Treats.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is the Penthouse on a Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in to Real Radio 921. Also, thank everybody in 101.7 land. I am the Greek. We have Dominic in the house.
Hello.
Okay. Francis is here.
What's up?
Was that just up?
I said hello.
Oh. And it's time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
All right, Jimmy Butler came home last night to get a cup of coffee, and that's about all he got in Miami as the Heaters beat the Warriors. Steph Curry did not play, was on the bench, had a nice sweater on, but the Jimmy Butler only had 11 points. Bam had a big night. Heaters shot great from three-point range, 17 for 25. I think they were very jacked up for this game. I'm sure Pat Riley wanted him to win. Not that he doesn't want them to always win, but I think there was a little extra last night played. And they actually led from the beginning of the game all the way through. So hats off to them. The Heat also gave him a 40-second video to, thank him for what he did with the Heat. Because he had a great 5 years here. 2 NBA Finals with teams that weren't that good. It's just that it ended bad with him and Pat Riley. He did throw some shade at Pat Riley, saying Pat better not have anything to say. But again, Jimmy Butler's gone, and wish him success with the Warriors. Warriors have had a better track record. I think they've lost 4 times since he came over there. They're 15-4, and the Heat are 2-13 since we lost Jimmy Butler. But again, all that drama's over with. We'll see what happens. Russell Wilson and his wife, you got to mention his wife because she's hot, are going to be with the New York Giants next year. $20 million deal, $10 million guaranteed. So if the Steelers don't get Aaron Rodgers, they're totally screwed.
Oh, yeah.
They got nobody. Fields is gone.
Tom will be the QB.
Yeah, maybe. And it's going to be crazy. Fields and Russell Wilson back in the same locker room again. Jets and Giants.
Yeah,
right? But Russell Wilson's wife tweeted out something yesterday. She's happy to be in New York.
It's a New York state of mind.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So she's definitely going to be excited. But he could make $20 million. But then they signed Winston the other day, which makes no sense because everybody's saying the Giants are going to pick maybe Sanders' kid. So we'll see what happens, but he is definitely signed, and it's a little bit interesting. March Madness kicks off tomorrow again. Big games. Our Gators are playing, thank God. We got to do it. Have a good weekend. And baseball kicks off tomorrow officially. The Dodgers played a couple games against the Cubs last week in Japan, but tomorrow is actually opening day. Marlins will be playing, I think, at 3:15 against the Pirates, and we've talked about it numerous times. It's all over the place. Dan Marino, not only is he throwing out the first pitch, he's pitching the game, which is going to be unbelievable. Number 13. I'll be wearing my Marlins jersey tomorrow. Let's go Marlins! As I bet the Pittsburgh Pirates on the run line. Greek's Trifecta, sponsored by Pilar Coffee Bar and Ice Streets in Deerfield Beach and the Cove Shopping Plaza. Now over to Franny in This Day in History.
On this day in history.
All right. Back back in the day, on March 26, 61 years ago, 1964, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. met for the first and last time. They were both in Washington, D.C. as the Senate debated the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Then we have 53 years ago, 1972, David Bowie wrote All the Young Dudes for Mott the Hoople to prevent the band from breaking up. 46 years ago, 1979, Magic Johnson of Michigan State defeated Larry Bird and Indiana State 75-64 in what they called one of the greatest NCAA finals of all time. 43 years ago, 1982, groundbreaking ceremonies took place in Washington, D.C. for Vietnam Veterans Memorial. They said it was a couple of 200-foot black granite walls with names of all the Americans that were killed or missing in the war. 35 years ago, 1990, Jessica Taney won the Best Actress, Oscar for that year's Best Picture, Driving Miss Daisy. Denzel Washington won Best Supporting Actor for Glory, and Under the Sea from The Little Mermaid won Best Original Song. 30 years ago, 1995, NWA founder Eazy-E, real name Eric Wright, died of AIDS at the very young age of 30, only
Very
3 weeks after being diagnosed.
Really? That's very sad.
29 years ago, 1996, the Stone Temple Pilots released their third album, Tiny Music, Songs from the Vatican Gift Shop, featuring their smash hit, Trippin' on a Hole in a Paper Heart. 25 years ago, in 2000, Phil Collins won his one and only, which I'm so surprised, Academy Award. The Best Song Oscar for You'll Be in My Heart for Disney's Tarzan. I know he's written a lot of songs for movies. 25 years ago, in 2000, these were the winners at the 72nd Academy Awards. Best Picture, American Beauty. Best Director, Sam Mendes, American Beauty. Best Actor, Kevin Spacey, American Beauty.
Wow.
And Best Actress, Hilary Swank for Boys Don't Cry. 13 years ago, 2012, James Cameron conducted the first manned exploration of the deepest point on Earth, the Challenger Deep, at the southern end of the Mariana Trench. 1 year ago, 2024, the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore, Maryland collapsed at 1:28 a.m. after it was struck by the container ship Dolly. 6 people were killed, and a replacement bridge, they said, is expected to cost around $1.8 billion. And that's what happened this day in history, March 26.
Oh, that was already a year.
Yep.
Wow. It's quick. Great job, Franny. As always, we do it once a show to reflect on the day we are actually in. It's funny when you hear the Oscars, like what movies won and stuff like that, and the actors, too, where they are today and stuff like that. Because you're like, ooh, wow, he's in trouble now. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. You can give us a call. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. You can call us on anything you want, but if you were maybe you were at the big finals last night in golf, let us know what you think. And are you a fan now?
It felt pretty cool though, because it felt like honestly like almost a real sports championship a little bit with the with the celebrating and everything like that.
It's cool. I mean, again, I think they had a very I don't know the numbers, but I think they had a very successful year. I would think so. Got enough attention. Like I said earlier, you need a TV contract, and they definitely have that. And they got big names and they got big sponsors. So I mean, they got deep pockets. March Madness crushed it. Best ratings in 32 years. Even though there was no big surprise, like a 13, 14, 15, or 16 seedings win, but the ratings were up very, very high, which I am a little shocked. We'll see what happens Thursday, Friday, and the rest of the weekend, but they had good ratings, March Madness, and they're on 3 different networks, and all the networks showed a big increase for the basketball, and I do think betting has something to do with it, because there's more sports betting than there ever was before in our country. So I think people are watching it more and getting more involved. But yeah, they had the best ratings in 32 years. That is amazing. It really is. I thought it might be down because there was no there was only one buzzer beater. That was the Maryland game.
Yep.
Colorado State. Boy, did that kid walk. Oof. When you watch it in highlights, oh my God. Yeah, you should have took a bus. You didn't want to call that. Because if you called it, you know what I mean, they would have really been bad and take the win away from them. And in a weekend where there wasn't really a lot of No upsets, and it was very chalky, which means the favorites won. And the biggest news story of the weekend was Danny Hurley.
Yeah, and McNess.
Yeah, that's right. And him and the kid with the boombox.
Yep, exactly.
And that was it. And Hurley using a 4-letter word. But but the ratings were high. So hats off to March Madness, and that'll continue tomorrow night. 4 games tomorrow, 4 games on Friday.
And the other news was Juju.
Oh yeah, that sucked. Yeah, that was terrible. But that was the women's side.
Mhm.
Yeah, but this is the men's ratings I'm talking about, and they were up, and I didn't think they were going to be. But so hats off to everybody. So Franny, I know you have something about people putting their phones down, parents, and things they should put their phones down.
Well, yeah, I know parents in particular. They're saying this is the times that when maybe you should pay attention and put your phones down.
Yeah.
5 times parents should put their phones down. According to parenting coach, they said that, listen, the bottom line here, they believe parents should spend a lot less time on their phones, especially around their kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
She
agree.
shares the 5 most important times for moms and dads to put their phones down, starting with when your child, wakes up in the morning. How about that? Let's start then.
I'm on the phone. Can you just brush your teeth?
They said, a lot of parents monitor how much time their kids spend on their screens and encourage them to limit it or force them to get off their screens, but many of us aren't setting a good example. After all, what's a kid supposed to think when we take away their tablet only to hop on social media ourselves? Now, obviously, I am speaking for this parenting coach. I myself am not a parent. Put that out there. But this person says, I do not know how to say her name, but she says she agrees that moms and dads should be on their phones way less, especially around their kiddos. And according to this expert, these are the 5 most important times parents should put their phone down. As I mentioned in the beginning, when they wake up in the morning, when you're seeing your child for the first time in the morning, drop your phone. Let your eyes light up. The way you react to see them now is the way they'll see themselves. She explains that getting excited to see your child for the first time, like in the beginning of the day, helps build their confidence. And who doesn't want that, according to this expert?
I agree.
They said when you're about to be separated from your child, whether it's when they're going off to school or you're heading out the door without them, drop your phone and give them some attention, because what you say with them or how you act, that's going to stick with them all day.
Yeah,
this is where you want to say, hey, you're a leader, you have a strong mind, you're important, we love you, the expert says. And those words don't have the same impact if you're scrolling on your phone while you're saying them.
It's true. Focus. Make them a top priority.
Mm-hmm. They said when you're about to be separated, and then when you reunite with them after a day of school, work, or any other separation, give your child your full attention. You're seeing them again. Same thing. Let your eyes light up. Let them know how important they are. Drop your phone. Eating together as family, which a lot of people don't do anymore.
No, it's sad.
Mm-hmm. Research shows that mealtime can be so beneficial for family connection, so make the most of it. Plus, your child is watching and will learn to do what you do. So do you really want to be on your phone during a meal? Can you imagine that? Because we didn't have cell phones growing up as little kiddos. And I know, G-Man, you didn't either. And so we had sat down dinner all the time, especially when my dad was still around. After we lost him, which I was 13, younger age, my mom had to work a lot more. So it wasn't exactly the same, but she made sure that my sisters and I always were, because I had my sister was old enough, Giselle, to take care of us, but we always had dinner and we're together. But I can't imagine like somebody being like, have the house phone in the middle of the table, just chit chat away while you're all having dinner. Like that's what it's like. It is having the house phone. We didn't have cell phones.
For me, it was just me and my mom. But when we had dinner, she had it ruled. If the phone rang, if it was for you, you didn't answer it, or you didn't pick up, or you called them right back.
No, we didn't pick it up.
Yeah, that's it. Like I said, it was one of the 3. You didn't pick it up or whatever. But no phone at all. You couldn't have it. And again, you're having dinner with your family. It is so important. I only know one girl who is a great mom, and I say it all the time, that she has dinner with her children every night, and there's no phones. Everybody else I know, their kids got their phones, and their parents.
Yeah, that's very good. I think that should be something that we keep on doing. And then finally here, this is according to a parenting coach, 5 times parents should put down their phones. They said during bedtime routine, this is the final time to connect with your kids at the end of the day. You don't want to miss it. Nothing makes humans more disconnected from their surroundings more than being glued to their phones. If we have a strong bond with your children, we need to work on how we behave in those times of connection with them. And putting down the phone is a great place to start. And they say from the beginning of the day to the end of the day, including bedtime.
Thank you, Franny. Let me ask you a question. Dom, you could jump in, but you're a little young yet. If you were a parent, do you think you would be strict or loose?
I don't want to say strict. I think I would be in between. I think that there's a nice happy medium with that. I do. I would instill all the stuff that my parents did in me, which is stuff like that, sitting down, having dinner, not being on pphones, manners,
chores.
All the things. Yep.
All right.
And I see that with people who did have that upbringing. Yes, some people kind of let loose on it. My sister Giselle, she's like that with my niece Gigi, 100%. Yeah, good. And she feels like she's the bad one, like she's the bad cop, because Gigi's dad and my sister, they're not together, so she gets to go to his house, and it's not like he's not. He's a very good father, but she's got two brothers who are older, and it's a different household when it's all boys, and then she goes to my sister. Yeah. And to her, and it's going to happen, especially when parents separate. There's always, even when they don't, there's always going to be one that's a favorite for a while. And I told my sister, because my niece loves her, but she sometimes feels like wants to be more at her dad's house every now and then. It's fun. Well, and she's got the two brothers too. Yeah, they're older, but she's got them, and it is a little bit more loose. But I said that switches, and it does growing up. Sometimes mama's favorite, sometimes dad. It just depends.
Well, when there's a divorce, though, usually, and for me, when you're with the other parent that you don't live with, it's more fun because they're trying to do things with you.
But that's the thing. She does live with both. They equally, they get her equal, but there is more activity going on when you have two teenage boys living in a house.
Yeah. I mean, my mom used to say that, like, I'm the one who has to be the heavy because she had me all the time. And I saw my dad on weekends and I saw him Wednesday nights. That was my days. But we always did things, whether we went to the ball games or different events or the city. And it was fun. And, you're hanging out. When the parents are divorced, we do. But the other one's got you every day, coming home, homework, getting up in the morning.
And I think that's how she feels. Like your mom said, like the heavy. I think that's how she feels because she's strict with, how she eats and what she does. Where these kids who are teenage boys who are tall as beanstalks get to eat whatever, and she wants what they want. It's just not. It's not the same.
And it happens in a lot of families, a lot of different dynamics, even like video games.
Yeah.
Like it could be one house where you're playing video games, the other house you can't. The phone.
Oh, she's playing video games all the time with the kids. With the boys.
And I think that's all normal stuff. But I think when you come home and then you do it, and then the kid normally just says, it's like when you have a substitute teacher, like, oh, I get to do that over there. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things. But for me, I was easy. I mean, the only time I really got in trouble, I was harder after I became an adult. I remember my dad always said it. As grown up, I was, easy. I really was. I didn't get in trouble. Girls, that's about it. As I got older, things got scary. 877-927-6969.
So they're supposed to stop worrying about you.
Are you at your scariest right now, or?
No. That's a wrong word to use. I just brought home stuff that would make your hair look like Don King. Whether it was calling off marriages, losing big money, being in Vegas, stuff like that. Crazy stuff. Just abnormal stuff that you really didn't do as a young adult. Buying cars and not even telling anybody, just going to Mercedes on my own. Mom dropped me off, though, so I blamed her. I said, Mom dropped me off.
Well, if Mom dropped you off, then they knew.
She thought it was okay. He didn't think it was okay. He was not happy about it. But yeah, I think that when you're divorced, it does happen. That's a normal dynamic. And there are some kids who are very smart who play both ends against the middle, and then parents feel bad because, you don't want to be the heavy. You want your kid to love you and be happy. But really, at the end, it's like coaching. The ones that are tougher on them, you're teaching them about life. And because life's not going to be just walk through the strawberry fields and you grab something. I mean, it's just not that easy. So I think it's hard for the parent who's home. And you're mad, of course. Who likes the word no? Mm-hmm. It's just like when you lose. Like, the guy at Hard Rock, when he said to me, Greek, you can't curse when you lose. I'm like, well, who likes losing? I'm not going to be like, yay! I just lost 900. 14 seconds.
Is that you banging?
That's me banging.
Banging on the roulette table.
Yeah, I was like, damn it. And then this one girl who's a dealer, she's so funny. She looks at me, she goes, I'm so sorry. I'm like, it's not you. I said, don't worry about it. I said, unless the game's fixed. She goes, no, it's not fixed. I said, then don't worry about it. But if you have any viewpoints on this, and I think the phone thing is so important because that's like everything as a child. Like if you tell your kids you don't want them drinking, you can't be, sitting there with a drink, stuff like that. Drinking and driving. I know somebody who did that a lot. Then the kids look at it like, hey, you did it. Smoking. Gambling. I know a lot of my friends, like my one buddy's son lost, I don't know, $23,000 one week sports betting. Kid was young. He was like 17.
What?
Yeah, 23 times. And I remember he called
Did he
me
have
up.
Kansas City?
No, he just had a bad week. And I remember he called me up and he's like, this kid's out of control. I'm like, Sal, really? He's seen you bet his whole life. You took him to the track when he was 9. So he lost $23,000. You got to pay him and we'll move on. It happens. I mean, mistakes are made. Drugs, whatever it is. If you're a parent, you cannot preach to it. I don't think you should. I'm not a parent, okay? Let me put that out there. I was a stepdad, but you cannot do that and be like, hey, you can't do it. Because the kid's going to look at you the same thing with a phone. You're on the phone. You know what I mean? You're going to do that. Like, it's brutal when parents get DUIs. I mean, that's a tough thing. Because then, you come home and your kids, say they're driving or whatever. What do you say to them? You know what? I made a mistake. You got to step it up. You got to say, hey, I made a mistake. So it is hard when you're a parent. But that's part of the reason you're a parent. You should think about it before you bring kids into the world. Don't be a dumb bitch. 877-927-6969. It's the only job you can't quit. Jules says it every day. You guys give me. It's true.
Some people have.
Yeah, it's true.
It's unfortunate, but some people have.
Yeah, some people have quit. It is the Penthouse on a Wednesday. You got Panther tickets coming out for you 11:45. WWGD. I got a great recipe today I'm going to give everybody. And we're going to
I didn't know that's what you did on WWGD. I thought you gave out advice.
And recipes and directions.
Cool. Nice.
Things I'm good at. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
Because your pets are pretty lonely when you're gone. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
A dream 30 years in the making is a reality. The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup.
Your Stanley Cup Florida Panthers are back.
Looks around. They score! They score! Was getting pulled.
They've savored the taste of victory, but a new season is starting, and they're hungry for more.
Johnny scores! Gus Morsley beat the buzzer!
The Cats are back, and they're on the hunt for another championship.
Mark on the perimeter, shot, and he scores! The overtime winner!
Listen all season long on Real Radio 92.1.
Start the celebration, South Florida. The Panthers have done it. Stanley Cup champions! Stanley Cup champions!
Your FM home for the Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. Here's traffic on Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Traffic Center. Have you been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
We're checking out some road work here on 95 in Boca. That's going to be southbound of Congress Avenue, currently blocking your right lane. Make sure you stay to the left of that. Some slight delays along the approach. The turnpike looking good so far, currently accident-free. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Rousseau.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Need new blinds? At Blindster.com, we offer guaranteed low prices, guaranteed satisfaction, free samples, and free shipping. At Blindster, we take the fear out of ordering custom blinds, shades, and shutters so you can do it yourself and save big. Blindster.com.
Hey, it's the Greek for Alini Water Filtration System. Call them today, 954-646-7402. I didn't think it'd make a difference in my life, but it does. Jump in a shower, and I come out feeling like a perfect 10. Walk over to my faucet, get some water, and I'm happy. Because you know what? I'm saving money, and it's good for my health. It's simple, it's safe, and it's clean, and it's no hassle. Call them today, 954-646-7402. Alini Water Filtration System. It'll make a difference in your life, and it makes a difference in my life. Soon as I get out of bed, I feel like a winner. Peace.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have health news, a CDC update.
Pneumococcal vaccination is now recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
All right, all listen up. It's tax season, and Boost Mobile wants to turn your tax refund into 6 months of savings. When you buy 6 months on your best unlimited plans, Boost will give you another 6 months for free. Yes, you heard me correctly, another 6 months for free. Now, I'm no accountant, but that's a really good deal. So head to your nearest Boost Mobile store and make the most out of your refund. And I'll go back to my day job. Requires upfront payments, taxes and fees, extra terms and exclusions apply.
At Diamonds Direct, our experts go the extra mile to ensure you have the tools to say I do with absolute confidence. Our promise to you is a completely risk-free shopping experience rooted in transparency, education, and integrity. No pressure, no intimidation, just clarity and confidence in your purchase. But we're about more than just price. Everything is backed by our exclusive guarantees. Put our tools to the test against any competitor, and our expert staff will ensure you get the very best overall value and unforgettable experience. Learn more at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have health news, a CDC update.
Pneumococcal vaccination is now recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
The new iHeart app.
This is the one app you need.
Love my presets. The preset feature is dynamite. Love it.
And I've been telling all my friends about it, and they're on the app.
Get in on what everyone's talking about and get the new and improved free iHeartRadio app today.
iHeartRadio.
Real Radio weather.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Carl. More sunshine in the forecast through the rest of the day today. An isolated 10% shower chance is going to exist once we get to that dinner time hour this evening. High temperatures, though, will top out in the upper 70s and low 80s. If you're west of 95, closer to the mid 80s.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies, offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
What the Florida is sponsored by FAMU's MMERI. Educate, Learn, Talk.
The Anajar Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
You've been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Wednesday. I hope you guys are having a nice day. The weather seems to be a la postcard, which is always good. In this hour, you will get a chance to win Panther tickets against Utah on Friday night. Don't forget, the Marlins tomorrow kick off their season, baby. And what do you do when your team sucks? You bet against them. After just eating some cookies, is our good man, Dominic.
Yum, 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 yum.
I think our big boss has been bringing in cookies. I think that's what it is. Cake.
That came from Kravis Center.
Oh, did it? Oh, I thought it was yesterday because our boss brought in some cookies and stuff like that.
Oh,
the donuts.
He brought donuts, yeah. But those came from the Kravis Center, I do believe.
Oh, how nice.
Yes.
What'd you think
Kravis Center.
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right, I'm glad you enjoyed. I can't have them bikini season, so no more cookies or anything like that for me.
Pool parties, I know.
Yeah, I gotta get ready. Franny's here.
What's up?
And it is time It is time for some Florida stories.
Florida.
Florida.
Did you say
Florida.
I'm from Florida?
WTF.
What the Florida?
All right. Well, Port St. Lucie, we have a man known as Tent Man.
Ooh. Is he
Was it-
pitching or sleeping?
Was arrested for undercover operation. Revealed he was selling meth from a tent behind a discount store.
Oh, you can't do that.
So I allowed this to happen in Fort Pierce. St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office said 55-year-old Daniel Hetty, known locally as Tent Man, was arrested for drug trafficking. This happened on Tuesday after an undercover deputy bought an ounce of meth from Hetty, immediately leading to his arrest. Photos show him hanging out all nice and shirtless, sitting on a Home Depot bucket, wearing no shoes. You know, kind of guy you want to buy meth from. Additional photos show the narcotics that deputies recovered.
Just hanging out.
He is. He's sitting shirtless on a Home Depot bucket, no shoes. Detectives then obtained a search warrant for Hetty's tent, where the sheriff's office said an additional 2.2 ounces of meth, 13 grams of THC gummies, drug paraphernalia, and about $2,500 in cash were recovered. He was booked into the St. Lucie County Jail for trafficking meth, over 14 grams, and possession of drug paraphernalia. I'm just laughing at this guy's picture.
Oh, really? Did they show him sitting on the bucket?
Yeah, he's sitting on the bucket. You just look it up. Yeah.
Hey, what's up? You want to buy some meth? What's going on?
Tent Man. That's what he's known as, is Tent Man. Then, next up, man, so many people. In your What the Florida, we have a Florida man who is recovering after deputies say he was kidnapped, forced to strip down to his underwear, and nearly shot at before fighting his accused attacker and escaping when the suspect's gun misfired or got jammed, he said. According to Highland County Sheriff's Office, a man who had significant injury to his face was seen walking down the road in Sebring early Saturday morning. He told investigators that he was just driving when he saw this 29-year-old named Joshua Ymir Torres walking. So the victim said he knew Torres and offered him a ride to Sebring.
What a small world.
So as they were traveling south, investigators say that's when Torres pulled out a pistol, struck him in the face hard enough to break his nose.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. They said Torres then instructed the victim to drive to the secluded